To start things off for Brooklyn. Donald Sloan handling it, former Cavalier. Sloan, hesitation. It's the pick and stick. Brooke Lopez from the outside. And the Nets' first basket is brought to you by David Blatt, dealing with a lot of the drama right now in Cleveland. Questions as to whether or not Blatt will maintain his job. Will Kevin Love get dealt? Sloan circles, and that's a force. And it's going to be an easy bucket. LeBron James with the throwdown.
Get loosey-goosey with the basketball along the baseline, one-handed.
A little flip from Thaddeus Young gives Brooklyn a 4-2 lead. Cleveland comes in averaging 101.3 points per game.
It's not deadly. You know, you look at those stats, you're thinking,
Now, they didn't have Irving for the majority of this season. And Kyrie's averaging 16.3 per game, career 21-point score. Love, tough angle, he's got it.
But they had that guy, and I think he's played much better. And Kyrie has not been on the team. For whatever reason, Kevin Love, they just haven't figured that out yet.
Young, the spin. Young, the
hands ready. Donald Sloan will find you. Great distributor.
Irving gives it up. Mozgov, the jam. Kyrie Irving, the penetration and the dish.
One of those issues.
The penetration and the dish.
One of those issues the Nets have had all season long. Is Brooke going to step up to try to help get the block shot, or is he going to stay back? Who's the next guy coming? Really outnumbered on that right block.
Johnson gets his first touch. Sets it up. Lopez, little bump inside. Rebound, Lopez gets it back, and it's good. +1. Team shooting 55% from three-point range. Up top, off the timeout, James with a special delivery to Love.
Those are killers, because you have to be in your huddle if you're in the net saying, okay, this is what we need to expect, and be ready for it. Those hurt you.
Does. Kevin Love is 3 of 3 from the field, 7 points, 4 rebounds into no man's land. Sloan takes it away. It's a 2-on-1. Sloan will do it himself with a bucket.
First shot of the game. He's got 5 assists. You saw that one turnover earlier, but Donald Sloan is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Be a facilitator. If you need to score, pick your opportunities. Back just a little bit. A lot of short shots early in this game for the Nets.
Nets have lost 5 of their last 6 against Cleveland. James. No carry there, and James take 3:20 to play here in the first. That's trailed by 2, skip pass. Ellington's been struggling with a J. Smith committed, and then a ricochet. James, oh, LeBron James on a rack attack. They're going to take a look at it. Right now, it's an 11-0 run. They count it as a 2. Johnson, defended by Dellavedova, lobs it for the jam. That is Larkin, Reed, Karasev, Bargnani, and Bogdanovich on the floor. Jumper, Irving, Thompson, Jefferson, and Jones for Cleveland. Jefferson, the jump shot is good. It's a triple for RJ.
I talked to him before the game. He said, it's interesting how long you can play this game when you learn to shoot.
Well, that took a little time for Jefferson. He wasn't a natural shooter when he came into the game, into the league. He was a slasher around the rim, could finish, more of a high flyer.
Great vertical. But he acknowledged that, you know, learned how to shoot. And now look, I can hang around a little bit. And now look, I can hang around a little bit.
Foul called on Jefferson. That's not a lineup you've seen all that often here with Bogdanovich, Karasev, Bargnani. That's a long 3. Bogdanovich of an easy attempt at the rim. And it's 32-24 Cleveland.
It's vacuous basketball right now, mindless basketball for the Cavs. You're not making them think at all. They're just free-flowing. No one's stopping anyone.
2-man game. Larkin not shot a free throw. Nobody has used the foam fingers. Thompson down the middle, uncontested J in this first half. They trail by 13. It's a 7-0 run for Cleveland. Sloan against Dellavedova. High screen Lopez. Shot clock winding down. Does Young know it? He does. The jumper is good. Center Love.
And sometimes when you are stuck in spots, as Donald Sloan was there, you kind of just have to give it to one of your better scorers and get out of the way. That made it happen.
Kevin Love has a bit of a brouhaha.
Bunch of babies nowadays, man. Can you imagine the best player complaining about something that's not on the court back 15, 20 years ago? Come on.
Young misses on the jumper, but follows it up with a banker.
That's a challenge.
10 points for Thaddeus Young. He's got 4 rebounds, and the Nets trail by 10. Love on the perimeter. James one-on-one with Johnson. 10 to shoot. James drop step to the hoop. LeBron James.
Voiced his opinion too. He's like, we got to beat these teams at the top if we think we can compare ourselves to them. And you mentioned it, no Kyrie Irving, so now you're set back. He's only played 13. This is 14 games for him.
Love, fend off on Robinson. Nets were outscored 31-16 in the 4th quarter against Toronto. During this stretch, they've lost 8 of their last 9 games. Sloan gives it up. Young finishes on the interior, and the foul. Thaddeus Young with a chance at a 3-point play.
Brown did a good job of getting these guys prepared, letting them know what's going to happen in the second half. But good ball movement. Some of those are reads. The same thing he's been taught
by here in the 3rd quarter. Irving couldn't get around Young. Switch back with Sloan. 9 to shoot. Irving to Mozgov. Lays it in. And 2 Cavaliers in double figures with Love and James. Johnson defending LeBron James. Mozgov will back it out to Shumpert, who's now in for Smith. 7 to shoot. Love. Ball movement. Shumpert. A 3.
The Cavs haven't really been healthy 2 seasons now, at least their main guys, their core guys. They have the talent, they have the mindset.
Game, officials wouldn't let him in. Cavaliers enter the ball. James upset that half-court set didn't materialize the way he thought it would. Irving lobs it. Mozgov the finish. Great field from Kyrie Irving. Timeout Brooklyn. 5:33 mark of the 3rd. And the lead is 14 for Cleveland. Cavaliers #1 in the East, trying to get another win. Cavaliers at 50% from the field. 16 free throw attempts, the Nets with just 4. Lopez hands to Larkin, extra feet for Robinson, who banks it in.
It worked because Brook Lopez
offensively. Missed by Love, but an offensive rebound for Cleveland. Shumpert, no look. Dellavedova.
Make up.
3 team fouls now on Cleveland. Robinson down the middle.
Glass at all.
Get it in for Robinson, not a threat from out there.
But someone has to go get the basketball right now. Your big man's too far from the basket.
Markel Brown takes it around James. Rejected. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Bogdanovich turns it over. And a foul on Brown.
That's when LeBron's at his best. I don't think he's one of the better on-ball defenders. I think he has poor lateral foot movement, but he can catch up, and he gains ground so well.
James against Bogdanovich. Isolation. 8 to shoot. James. The fade. The bucket. LeBron James with the touch.
And he's so powerful. Could do that every single time. Trying to find that balance when you know you have other guys on your team sometimes is the hardest part of the game.
3-second difference. Shot clock, the defensive rebound. The Nets have Larkin, Brown, Bogdanovich, Robinson, and Bargnani. Dellavedova, the floater. Sneaky. Matthew Dellavedova on a 1-year, $1.1 million deal with Cleveland. Now in his 3rd year in the league. Undrafted free agent out of St. Mary's. Dellavedova, Smith, Jones, Thompson, and Shumpert. Smith. 18-point lead for Cleveland. Larkin drives all the way for 2.
It's good play, especially when he throws it at your derriere. He wasn't open. He turned his back. You can't pass that.
That's French for backside.
Yep.
Jumper takes it away from Bogdanovich and cruises in for the left. Dellavedova lobs it. Thompson finishes. International. Jones thought about it. He's maxed up with Bargnani.
Look how they just spread the nets out right here. Where's the help coming from?
Smith, the spin and scoop. J.R. Smith can still create highlights.
There's extra added flair to the plays.
Dellavedova shifting gears. Lobs it for Thompson. And this is like a spirited practice for Cleveland.
I mean, I understand. It's a hard job. It's a hard job.
Inside, Mo. 87-68. Under 4 minutes to play now. 12 points, 7 boards for Thompson. Sloan to the cutter. Bogdanovich puts it down with two hands.
I think the term James Jones used was restraining order is what the Cavs are going to have to take out on him because he's showing up. Doing it a long time, man.
Final minute here. Reed against Thompson.